WA6AJ, WA6AJ, success, over.
BA6S, K6MYC, Bozo Net. Good evening.
Yeah. Hello, good evening. A6MYC, A6S. Sitting here doing nothing. Go ahead, Mikey.
Well, just let me get organized here. I'm a little bit late. We had the hamburgers coming, but they didn't want to get done quick. Hang on. Okay, now I can write. Got hands free. Alpha 6 sugar. Are you feeling better?
Man, you must have your antenna out towards the Bay Area. I moved to where I thought you'd be, and you went away. Mikey, go ahead.
Who was that? KD6S. Okay, stand by a second. Fred will be right with you. I'm pointed toward the Bay Area, Bill. There's nobody down your way. I don't think we'll hear from W6QIW, but you're welcome to try. Over.
Yeah, I'll turn the antenna down that way and reduce power and call him.
W6BBS 72.
W6BBS, good evening.
Pulling a Mikey, I got a mouthful of food. We let the dead get away from us. We spent half the day at DMV dealing with a registration issue on the car. But it's all taken care of. Car's registered and all that. And anyways, I got a mouthful of food. Checking in, I'll be standing by in case I'm needed. W6BBS.
Yeah, what car did you register? You've had that car for a long time. Why did you have to register? We'll catch up with you in a few minutes.
Yeah, it was just the registration was due on it, and we missed it, and we're late a little bit.
K6USY 1079.
Hi.
Did I miss anybody?
No.
Okay, just checking because I got to keep the log when Rob's not here.
Bill's working through you on.
Got it.
Well, I don't know if he's working or he's trying.
He is working.
And then it's Frank and me. That's it. And there's 4 other slackers that don't show up because they're in class. Over.
Very good. Well, I purposely took my test when I did just so I could beat them to it by a couple weeks, but I'm hoping the rest of those guys pass.
I'm not sure who the 4th one. Let's see. Kerry's taking the class. Rob's taking the class. I think Dave, the K6BBG, had to drop out. So who was the 4th one?
Ken.
Yeah, Ken teaching it.
What's that, Frank?
Yeah, you got Ken teaching it.
I got Ken, Kerry, and Rob, but I don't know who else there is.
Dave was your 4th.
You count really funny.
That sound better?
Let's try again. WA60IB 226, KC5DTU 712, PM6SRR 432. Who else?
Dave, K6BBG was number 4.
Yeah, but he isn't there. I'm not going to check him in unless he checks in here.
Oh, I thought you were trying to figure out the 4 that you were missing.
Yeah, because now it's we're just missing 3 people.
Well, just so you know, Mike, Bill and Ron are chatting way down there.
Yeah, Bill must have turned it down because I can't even hear him right now.
I can't hear Frank either. Frank, what was the last comment? Turn the antenna a little bit. Give me a little signal here. Okay, W6BBS, K6MYC, aiming at the Bay Area.
Is that anybody there? All right, I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, I'm pointing the right direction. I should be pointed pretty well right after there. And swinging back and forth a little bit to see if there's a peak.
Yeah, you're 10 over down here, Frank, but you're S0 into Mike's rig.
It's got to be where he's pointed.
Yeah, I think you're in a null. This band is really funny because I can hear both of you guys just fine.
Well, we both have long antennas and very narrow. Mine are long, only 2, but they're really long and narrow. Mike's is shorter, but he's got 4, so they're pretty narrow. And when we get off the right angles to each other, we actually kind of get a Doppler effect. It sounds like we're off frequency.
I hear W6PQL. Hang in a second, Jim. Okay, let me pick up Fred up there. Fred, let me peek on you if you'll give me a transmission. KD6SOK with W6PQL and perhaps others in the Bay Area. K6MYC, over.
Yeah, stand by, Ron. Mike's calling somebody in the Bay Area. Just stand by a minute. Yeah, Ron's calling me, Mike.
Ron is who?
W6QUI. Hi, W6QUI, W6QUI, W6BBS. You're S5 tonight, Ron, over.
Boy, I'm not doing very good with anybody. Fred, are you in there, Fred? We've had a lot of local chatter here. I don't know whether you came back to me or not. KD6SOK, please transmit. Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie, over.
All right, Ron, Mike just covered up the last end of that, but I got down to where you wasn't going to be here Wednesday and that you're going to be on, try to be on more often. So 73, Ron, 73, W6BBS, back to net.
Okay, total wipeout, Fred. You got covered. There's 2 conversations going on at the same time here. One down to a Atascadero, which is fine, but it covered you. Your Q5, though, Fred, go ahead. Can you just give me one last time a repeat, over? You and I doubled that time, Fred. Try it again.
Okay, is it coming in okay right now? It's kind of around here. How's that thing over?
I heard the over, but that's all I got, Fred. I don't know what's wrong. Maybe the antenna moved or something, but just can't copy it tonight. That's weird. Everything's working normal here, but I just can't dig you out. So hang on just a second. Let me turn it to Jim, W6PQL. Maybe the band will come back up there. Don't run away. W6PQL, I'm aimed at you, I think, Jim, K6MYC. Go ahead.
Okay, Mike. I'm hearing you off and on. It's not solid copy over here yet, so probably just a matter of waiting to beam a little bit, or maybe in a few minutes, the band conditions will change and things will be a little bit better. We had a tough time last week, too, and looks like this week is no exception. K6MYC with KD6SOK on the side, W6PQL.
Okay, well, it was 2.5, but you're bursting. It's just funny because the signal bursts up. You just burst up for 2 or 3 words, full copy, and then you just drop way back. So it's a very funny bursting QSB. So it's not good at all tonight, and that's probably why I'm having trouble with Fred. Anyway, we got you logged in. That's the main thing. You want to take a standby and see if you can dig up anybody else, Jim. W6PQL, looking for others, K6MYC, over.
Okay, Mike. Yeah, you're bursting too, but you're solid copy the whole time, and at times actually pretty comfortable copy. Anybody else in the Bay Area want to give Mike a call over there in the Bryant area? W6PQL standing by.
Yeah, WA6AXX, no traffic.
Of course, I got you, Ed. Thank you.
That's all I'm hearing, unless you hear something else up there, Ed.
No, I didn't hear anything else, no.
Did you say Paul was in there, Fred?
No, I thought I heard something, but I didn't. Jim, go ahead.
Okay, well, I'll check for him. Mike's busy right now, I guess.
Yeah, we got a lot of conversations going locally down south, and we're not making it through.
I'm listening your way up, Jim, but I heard you say just yet, but that's all I got, over.
Well, I was looking for Paul while you were busy over there. We didn't hear you for a while, so I was just checking to see if Paul was in there, over.
Yeah, I don't hear Paul. I'm hearing the leftovers of the conversation to a Tascadero from Bill, AA6S, but very, very lightly. But I would have heard Paul if he was in there. He was in here last night, but I so far know nothing. How about KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie? Is he in here, Jim?
I'll check. We haven't heard him yet. KB6 WFC number 775. Are you there, W6PQL? Not yet, Mike.
W6PQL, is Mike in there? KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. I do not hear anything, over.
Negative, Mike.
Kilo 6 Victor Bravo Golf.
Okay, very good, Jim. And I hear you, Dave. Good evening to you, K6BBG. Are you feeling any better?
Not really. About the same. It doesn't change a whole lot. I wish it would, believe me.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear that you just can't get the corner turned on that thing.
Hopefully someday it'll happen.
Well, it'd be nice if they can determine a problem. I know you have COPD or equivalent of lung damage and things like that, but I don't think it's so bad that you can't get past it and they can't make improvements. So that's the part that's baffling me, and I'm sure you're frustrated with it.
Well, they just keep sending me out to test. You know, they test me for cancer over and over again. See if I've got cancer, or anything like that. And then every time it comes back totally clean. So we go again to do that here in the end of the month, in the end of next month. And, they keep switching drugs on me to see if there's any improvements. And it's like everything they've given me so far has got me maintained at just a certain level. But anyway, that's my deal. K6BBG.
Okay, are you hearing anybody in the Bay Area?
No, not right now.
Okay, because last week you were hearing, and you got through, I think, to W6PQL and maybe one or two others. So keep an ear out and yell if you hear somebody there. Okay, Jim, let's see. KT2G, are you in there? KT2G, Mark? KB6BA, Oliver? Let's see. K6KLY, Russ?
Hello, this is Kilo 6 Whiskey India Sugar.
Well, K6WYS is in there now. Good evening, Paul. Good signal tonight on this band, over.
Yeah, hi, good evening, Mike, and good evening, everyone else. This is Kilo 6 Whiskey India Sugar up near Placerville. Your signal is 5x5 here. It's good conditions on the downstairs tonight. Pointed just south of the Bay Area, 195 degrees. How copy me, over?
Yeah, solid copy, not bodacious, but solid and very steady. So, and I did not try to optimize, but it's readable, so we won't worry about it. Do you have any other check-ins from up there? Are the Clear Lake boys checking in on this band or not?
Not as far as I know. Dave gave up his 1296 equipment, and I don't know whether Kent has anything serious on 23 centimeters either. So I just got to the microphone, so I'm a bit late tonight. Sorry about that, over.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I heard. I don't know whether I think Kent probably hung on to his stuff there, but he's in such a poor location or has such a poor antenna setup. I don't know which it is, but he can't. I've only heard Kent one time since he moved to the current location there. That's mine. You stay out of my hamburger. I got a cat in here that's deciding he wants to eat my hamburger. Anyway, okay, well, thanks for that, Paul. Thanks for the check-in, and I think we'll check a few more minutes, a minute or two for the Bay Area. I don't think we're going to have KW6S in here. He was pretty sure that he would not be here tonight, and I'm sure he would have yelled at me by now. So I don't know who else to look for. KB6BA, KB6BA, KT2G. K6KLI, all those guys are strong if they come in, so I don't know. I'm standing by for check-ins from the Bay Area. This is Mike, Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie in Central California, running the Bozo Net on 1296-100 and taking check-ins from anywhere, any place. And I got a whole bunch of white noise. Okay, I'm going to go sliding up to Oakley and see if we can get N6 Radio Oscar in here. N6RO. So let me go up that way. 7-3 guys, we'll see you tomorrow night on 2 meters. It should be a lot better. 73 to you, Fred, if you're still hanging there, and maybe tomorrow on 2 meters will be better. A6MYC going toward Oakley at 300 degrees. There's 300. Well, I went past 300. Let me come back. Here we go. Come on. There you go. 298, 299. N6 Radio Oscar K6MYC.
6MYC, N6RO. I heard you for a minute. Copy, over.
Well, you're Q4. Q4 with QSB. Are you running full power? Are you running full power, Ken?
And then back down near the noise.
Yeah, I'm hearing you. I got you Q5 now. I just have to have a little more chatter so I can peek on you. Give me more chatter, over.
Okay, I'll chattel on here. The weather cooled off quite a bit today. I think the high was 68. And it's going to be that way for about a week or more. The only thing significant, we've taken out markers to have holes dug for an I-beam, a guy post, and the base for a MA40 tower for the VHF antennas. Anyway, find the peak on N6RO.
Okay. Solid copy, and that was good transmission. Funny fading tonight. I'm seeing it on almost everyone. Big burst of signal for 1 or 2 words, and then back to low level. But if you got enough power, you get through, and so you're getting through 100%. Okay, on the I-beam for the 40 meter and all that. Could you do me a favor? I've got Hector's phone number, but I must have written it down wrong, and so I have two numbers written down with a question mark. So if you could give me Hector's phone number in case I have to give it to somebody to call him, that would be appreciated, Ken. And if you don't, I'm sure he doesn't mind passing it over the air because that's business. But if you don't want to give me his phone number, maybe you can send it to my phone on a text or something. Over.
Okay, I don't have it on me right now, but I can. If you want it tonight, I can go in and get my phone, which has him in it, or we can wait till tomorrow night.
Well, tomorrow night is fine, no problem. I'm just trying to get my phone list in order. We found dozens and dozens of phone numbers on little scraps of paper that I had put in a box over the years, but now I can't even read what I wrote. So Judy was helping me find all that stuff today. We made massive headway. Now we've got a massive amount of phone numbers to put back in. I have a phone list in the computer, but so far it hasn't let us get in and edit it. It's a Microsoft program, and we're baffled as to why it won't let us do anything with the program. But I got 2 or 3 in Publisher, and they just refuse to let me edit it. Anyway, we're going to work on that some more, but probably not tomorrow because I've got to be in town. We got a lot of stuff to do in town tomorrow. So tomorrow night it would be fine, Ken. Thanks so much. N6 Radio Oscar Oakley, K6MYC, Central California. It was cool today. I don't think we got much past 70 plus a little bit.
Okay. Hey, I have the same problem with phones. When I first got my iPhone about a year ago, I couldn't transfer it from my old flip phone. So, but I've accumulated most of the numbers that I need now. I'm sure I have you in there, but we'll solve that tomorrow night. Anyway, see you on 2 N6RO.
Yeah. Well, I can give you my number now, but it may not be convenient for you, over.
Okay. Give it to me now.
Okay. The home number is 559-822-6202.
Oh, the last 4?
6202.
a landline?
Yes, that's the house. And the cell is 559-994-5105.
Good as hell, I think. I'll text you on the cell phone Hector's number.
Okay. Thank you very much. And we'll see you tomorrow night. Conditions tonight on 1296 seem to be very poor, which baffles me now. We've gone through a cold spell, a hot spell, and back into a cooling spell, and the goddamn band will not come alive. I don't know why we're not getting better propagation here on 1296. Over.
Well, I don't expect much until I get the antenna up. It's going to end up being about 25 or 30 feet higher than it is now, and I might even stack another one under it. We'll see.
Yeah, well, it's not your signal. It's just the band. I mean, it's the same from everybody. I could barely copy the guys in the Bay Area. The only guy that's strongest line of sight to me is Ed up on top of the hills in Los Gatos. He and I are line of sight, so I never have problem with Ed unless he doesn't have the feed line connected. Over.
Yeah, okay. By the way, about 20 minutes ago, I heard a trace of PQL by pointing at what I call a Hayward gap in the hills between here and there. So, at least, I normally don't turn that way, but I caught a few words from it. Anyway, see you tomorrow night.
Roger, will do, Ken. Thanks again. Always good to hear you in here. We didn't do much today except try to sort through a huge big box of all these notes of phone numbers and contact people and all the rest of that. So all we did all day and straighten out all my paperwork. So it's a blessing. It's taken me 2 years to make that mess, and we got it all cleaned up in one day. What do you think?
Oh, that's very efficient. I got to start working on my taxes from last year. I'm on an extension. We'll call it a procrastination extension. See you tomorrow.
Okay. My taxes, I think, are done. I think my ours are done. They're pretty straightforward. We had to pay a little bit of money, but that was kind of expected. It's money that we made extra from M squared. I don't make any changes in my numbers from year to year hardly. So it was just that we made a little bit more money this year than last. So things are starting to come back to life. We're getting a lot of government and military and university type business, and that's helping a lot. Ham radio business, if it was for ham radio, I think we'd be out of business because everybody's so tight and everybody's resurrecting old antennas and making the best they can because of the economy. So it's very slow, but there's some areas that are selling good, but most of the volume is not there. I don't know that I think that won't change much until we get some relaxation. There's a bill in Congress, I understand, that's supposed to reduce the legal limits of what the homeowners associations and those other things do that you sign when you get into a home situation and you're stuck with not being able to do anything. But you sign it because you like the place, and then of course they won't let you put anything up and yada yada. That's supposed to be that bill is supposed to take some of the edge off of that and make a bigger allowance for ham antennas and so on. Whether it ever does or ever comes to fruition, we won't know. 7-3 Ken, K6MYC, clear with N6RO and moving toward Sacramento.
Hey, see you tomorrow, and I'm glad the company is at least 800. We'll see you then, N6RO clear.
Okay, 800, go ahead.
Yeah, Mike's calling you too, Mikey. Check in Ralph, and also Ron there, QUI. Check in Ralph and QUI there, Ron. And we'll get out of here. K6MYC. I could barely hear N6 his antenna, I could copy Ken. Kelly was talking, but his antenna was down here. I could copy him. Anyways, pass that news to you, and we'll get out of here. K6MYC, WA6AAJ there too, AA6S.
Okay, Bill, thank you very much. You're off the back of the beam, but we're copying fine. Band conditions are really terrible. I was getting Ken Q5. He'll be better in a few months. I guess the antenna is going to go up another 20, 25 feet in a much better situation. He's running high power, but and you worked him before with ease, but when the conditions are really poor like they are, I can imagine you're struggling. All right, thanks much for Ralph, and we'll shoot it over to you, Mike, WA6AAJ. Good evening, K6MYC.
K6MYC and AA6S, WA6AAJ. Yeah, I was trying to check in with you, Mike, and I noticed my power on the amplifier wasn't putting out, and I realized from talking to Bill last Friday night I was at 0% output on the ICOM. So that's why Ralph couldn't hear me, because I was probably spitting out 2 watts or something. Anyway, fix the problem. Operator error. WA6AAJ, over.
Yeah, you got to remember to turn up the knobs, boy.
Yeah, that's for sure.
On that 9700, it's all the way up. Just crank it all the way open at 10 watts. Just you're smoking 10 watts.
Oh, I know, but Bill and I were going clandestine after the Friday night net, so we were testing how low we can go without and we heard each other at 0%, so I just forgot to turn it back up.
Yeah, I hear you. I know how it goes. If we haven't made the mistake, we will soon.
Roger that. Anyway.
Thank you, Mike. Nice to have you in here. Good to hear you. Maybe we'll catch you tomorrow night as well. For the conditions will improve. I'm just disappointed that 1296 hasn't been better. It keeps making me think that there's something wrong here, but I don't think so. Usually when you have a problem on a band, it's a major catastrophe. It's not just a slow deterioration of signals. And I've got 2 paths, one coming down from receive, one going up on transmit, which is 1.25" hardline. So it's that should be pretty stable and pretty consistent. But I haven't checked it for 3 or 4 years, so maybe sometime this summer we'll have another reason to crank the tower down, and we'll check all that stuff again thoroughly. But it's I'm always wrestling with the if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Over.
I agree with that totally. Especially we don't want any more pictures on the Bozo Net website. Over.
Oh, different. Well, it's the same tower. No, it isn't either. Different tower. It's a 90-footer, but this one's out behind the barn here. And I'll make sure I've got a good Husky bolt in the tilt-over fixture.
Yep, 10 for it.
All right, buddy. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow night, maybe.
Yep, 2 meters.
Yep, 2 meters. WA6AAJ, K6MYC. Now I'm going to go to Sacramento.
See you later. Down 10, Mike. Down 10.
Okay, here we are towards Sacramento, and I'm not sure who is here on 1296. I may have to go up a few more degrees to get Dan. N6RZJ. Dan, are you copying? K6MYC. How about KR6MR? KR6MR, pointing now at you. KR6MR with K6 Whiskey India Sugar and N6RZJ maybe. K6MYC, over. Hear K6WIS, K6 Whiskey India Sugar. I don't hear KR6MR. I should be pointed right at you, John. KR6MR, KR6 Mexico Romeo. KR KR6MR, K6MYC, Bozo Net, north of Fresno, calling and standing by. Well, let me try one more time before we go to Nevada. Just about time to go to Nevada here, as a matter of fact, 5 after. One more call, N6RZJ, K6 Whiskey India Sugar, KR6MR. Anybody that's copying, make noise, K6MYC. Well, hearing nothing. Okay, I'm going to Nevada, Nevada. And we're looking for N7 Whiskey Tango, N7 Whiskey Tango, N7WT, N7 Whiskey Tango, N7WT, K6MYC, Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie, and the Bozo Net calling and standing by. Over, Larry. N7 Whiskey Tango, N7WT, November 7 Whiskey Tango, N7WT, Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie, K6MYC, Central California, calling N7WT and standing by. Over. N7 Whiskey Tango, N7WT, N7 Whiskey Tango, N7WT, K6MYC, Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie, Central California, calling N7WT, N7WT, Bozo Net, K6MYC, over. Frank, how are you copying me since I'm beamed pretty much at you, Frank, over? W6BBS, are you there?
Yeah, I just stepped out the door and I heard you, but I didn't hear what you said. Say it again, Mike.
I just said, are you there? Sometimes I've got to kill some time here where the band goes through a 10-minute cycle here at this in this direction toward Nevada. So I'm calling Nevada. I just wanted somebody else to talk to rather than calling my my ears off here with N7 Whiskey Tango. So we'll make short bursts and we'll take standby. And if I hear him, I'll say so. If I don't, you carry on for a minute if you have anything. And of course, we won't see you tomorrow. We'll see you Thursday, I guess, if everything goes according to plan. And you had your fun today. We're going to be very busy tomorrow in town. Judy thinks we got way too much to do and not enough time to do it, but we'll just have to keep hammering away at it. I did call Kerry today, and he said he was okay. He was just busy. He's got some kind of a vehicle he's trying to get ready for smog. He had to do quite a bit of work on it, so he's been buried with that. Anyway, N7WT, N7 Whiskey Tango, we're listening for you, Larry, K6MYC, and the group standing by. Okay, nothing heard, Frank.
I was about to say the same thing. I don't hear a thing up there. Yeah, that was the thing with us is whether it was the post office's fault or my fault or what, I don't know, but don't think we ever got a renewal notice, and I don't drive the car, so I don't pay attention. And Jen hit me up and said, hey, aren't my tags expired? And sure enough, they ended in March. And so, and it was the year for smog, and now we got to go through and do all the filings and everything because it was late. And so it was just it was a trip over there, and then find out we got to do smog, and then go get the smog done and go back and blah blah blah. So, but we got it all taken care of. and I got a couple fans in, and so the beacons are back on the air. And so that's about it from up there, other than I got a little bit of a headache tonight, but I think I'm just tired. K6MYC in the group, W6BBS.
Okay. N7WT, N7 Whiskey Tango, N7WT, N7 Whiskey Tango, K6MYC and the Bozo Net, calling and listening. Over, Larry. Okay, nothing heard. Well, I'm glad you got the registration and the smog all done. And put that one to bed. When you were in the Oakhurst DMV, how busy was it?
Well, it's not Oakhurst, it's Mariposa. But most of the time, if you go into Mariposa and there's two people in line in front of you, it's extremely busy. It's not at all like going. That's why we take the drive all the way over there. It's a longer drive, but when you get there, you don't wait around all day for and down in the valley, even if you make an appointment, you go in for your appointment, you still end up sitting there for an hour.
Yeah, for sure. I'm still eating dinner.
Yeah, I'm picking hamburger out of my teeth.
I'm putting hamburger in my teeth.
You guys are making me hungry.
Oh. I don't know. Did I check you in already, Aaron?
What was that? I couldn't make it out over the hamburger.
My God, I didn't know the hamburger could slur that badly. I said, have I checked you in yet tonight? Do you recognize me checking you in?
Well, maybe now. I mean, I put myself on the list before I even started transmitting.
There's Larry.
Yep, CW.
N7WT, N7WT, N7 Whiskey Tango 657. K6MYC. We got you, Larry. Not strong, but Q4 to 5. Q4 to Q5. N7WT. Thank you for being there, Larry. Thank you. N7 Whiskey Tango. K6MYC in the group. I didn't hear any comeback, but that's typical. Okay, well, we got Larry. That's good. Wasn't long and it wasn't strong, but it was good enough for a check-in. So if you're copying Larry, we'll look for you tomorrow night. We'll look for you on 2 meters. We'll look for you on 2 meters tomorrow. N7WT, N7 Whiskey Tango, K6MYC. And Aaron, when you heard that CW, did you hear it through me or were you hearing it direct on yours?
I was hearing it very faintly on mine.
Oh, well, it was faint here, so you're doing pretty good.
Well, that is in the right direction.
Yeah, but I'm amped up that way, and I got 8 more antennas or 7 more antennas than you have.
Yeah, it probably helps that I trimmed the tree.
Oh, sure. I don't have a tree tall enough to get in the way here.
Yeah, I almost did. So I jokingly told my wife I had to do antenna maintenance and trim the tree.
Good for you. Okay. Now let's go back to Sacramento and see if we can get anybody there, KR6MR. Let's see if we can hear a Tracy. And last week I could hear him for minutes at a time, but or good periods of time, but I couldn't copy him. But at least the signal was there. Tonight I'm not hearing anything. So let's see if we can get anything from him. If not, we'll call it a night here. 73 Larry, 73 N7WT, K6MYC within K6 USY and W6BBS and the Bozo Net. 73 Larry. Yeah, I was waiting for RR, but I didn't hear it. Boy, tough band tonight. Okay, let's try it again. KR6MR. KR6MR. K6 Whiskey India Sugar. K6WIS. N6RZJ. N6 Radio Zulu Japan. Maybe KW6T. Maybe KE6ILX. Maybe somebody that we don't even know. QRZ anybody for the 1296 Bozo Net. K6MYC, calling and listening. Call. Yeah, I hear John in there. KR6MR, we hear you, John. Not readable, but I recognize your sound. KR6 Mexico Romeo, K6MYC, QSL 859, checked in, over.
In 759, and he did chime in on the chat that he was listening.
I didn't hear any response, John, but 759, I guess I said 859, but 759, we've got you. Roger. KR6MR, K6MYC, 73, John, 73, and we'll see you tomorrow on 2 meters. Bye-bye. Well, it could be a hint of a signal, but I don't hear much now. All right, I think we're done. We can try the Bay Area. Late checks or missed. Let's see. One more try to the Bay Area, and then we'll give it away. Okay. Bay Area. WB6JNN, K6CLY, KB6BA.
Kilo 6 Whiskey India Sugar is still here.
Okay, I hear you here, but I could not hear you pointed up toward you, over.
Roger that. I could not hear you at all on the direct path. Maybe just a very slight hint of your voice now and again, maybe a 1-second snippet, but then you were gone, over.
Yeah. Well, I hear you here. That's good enough. Did you hear anything from... I heard John. I think I heard John in there. Did you copy John, over?
Yes, I turned my beam up to the northwest, and I did hear John. KR6MR is present and accounted for, over.
Okay, very good. But no N6RZJ. Dan N6RZJ was not there. Is that correct?
Yeah, negative on N6RZJ, negative on Dan there, over.
Okay. Very good. Well, thanks for the confirmation. I was pretty sure I was hearing KR6MR in there, but it's not readable. He's just about 10 dB from beginning to be readable. So he needs power for that hill he's got to get through. Anyway, Anyway, very good, Paul. Thank you. Let's take one more listen for anybody else in the Bay Area. K6MYC with K6 Whiskey India Sugar and Placerville, both looking for contacts in the Bay Area. Over. WB6JNN. Very weak, but I got you. Very poor conditions tonight, Jim. So we are not going to have much for conversation. But we've got you, and nice to have you check in with us here. WB6JNN, K6MYC, over.
Mike, you were on the clock at 6 on the last 5 tonight, so like you say, not very good.
Okay, I was pausing just to write you in. But we copy you. It's about readability 3. I tried moving the antenna, but it didn't seem to make any difference. So just not much going for us here. The band's poor in every direction, Jim. So hopefully it'll be better for us tomorrow on 2 meters. We'll look for you tomorrow on 2, hopefully. Thank you, Jim. Thanks for being there. Sorry, we tried the Bay Area earlier, but we did not hear you. But good to have you come up late, if nothing else. But this is late checks and missed time. Hi. 7-3, Jim. WB6JNN, K6MYC, over. Wow. Not even hearing a response now. I didn't hear any response, Jim. 73. WB6JNN, K6MYC will be clear. Good night, Jim.
Have a good evening, Mike. K6DVD.
Roger. Thank you, Dave. Heard the CW. Was that you, Jim, on CW? Just give me a Roger, Jim, over. Okay, boy, it's terrible. I just got the antenna on you at the end. I didn't get the call. I could not get the call. But I know that you're somewhere in Northern California here, somewhere in the Bay Area. So now if you would give me the call, just give me the call 2 or 3 times and we'll have you. I think it's got an L in there, Lima, I heard a couple of times. Try it again. This is Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie. Over.
W6PQL, I'm trying to let you know that number 52 was in there. 52 was there. Over.
Oh, Roger, okay. Yeah, I couldn't copy any of that, CW. Boy, that was pathetic, but I'm not quite at you. Let me get up just a bit more. 2. Well, somewhere in here. What the hell? Oh, this. I see what's going on. Got the thing in the wrong mode here. Let me come back. Hang on. Stand by. Okay. This should be closer again. Sorry about that, Jim. I pushed the wrong button and it went into a different heading. W6PQL QSL on 52. Thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're pretty close to me now. You know, the band is popping in and out just like it did before. Steve was the same way. We had short contact on CW and had to wait 2 minutes, but after that 2 minutes, we had another conversation on sideband. So It happens sometimes, over.
Well, that's good. And the band is improving from the last time earlier when we chatted. It's much more stable now, and your signals have come up on average. So much better now than it was. Let's see if anybody else over here is hearing you. Anybody copying Jim now? Okay, nobody jumping up and down. It's not bodacious yet, but it's getting there. Boy, oh boy. Good deal on working, Steve, and having two separate contacts with a gap of 2 minutes or so in between. That's the way to do it. We did work Larry. We heard him up there in Nevada, but only one time, really. But I got his call and a pretty solid copy for about 30 seconds, and then he went back into noise. But we got him checked in, so that was good. So I think we're done. We were just coming back here, and it was good to hear Jim WB6J and N in here, but I still haven't heard what is it, KA6BA, KB6BA, I should say. I think it's KB6BA. And I haven't heard Russ, K6KLY or KT2G, but we'll take what we can get. 7-3 for now, Jim, good evening. Maybe we'll see you. I'll be on 40 again tomorrow, perhaps. No, I won't either. I'm sorry. 40 meters tomorrow is gone. I'm going to be going into town, leaving just a little bit after 8 o'clock. So we will not be on 40 in the morning. But Jim, Bob up there in Olympia should be in there, and perhaps GGY and KO6KD. So there may still be somebody there, but I got to go into town tomorrow and lots of shopping to do with Judy and a lot of stuff to do. 73 W6PQL, K6MYC.
Okay, Mike, 73s. We won't look for you tomorrow, perhaps Thursday or Friday. 73, 6MYC, W6PQL.
Well, we'll see you on 2 meters tomorrow night anyway, for sure. W6PQL, 73 till tomorrow night, K6MYC. Okay, anybody else before we close the net here on 1296? K6MYC, Bozo Net, over. I guess that's it, guys. Good evening to you, Aaron. Good evening to you, Dave, K6BBG, if you're still listening. And to you, Frank, and enjoy the potty day tomorrow. And we'll see you Thursday, maybe. And look for you tomorrow night, of course. W6BBS. Oh, by the way, we found the sounds. Boy, it took us an hour to bring up haptic and sounds. They're really put it in a buried mode. It's really difficult to get it up. And we finally got it. What the ring I wanted was a classic old phone ring. We could never get it to do that. We made the thing ring. We tested the ring. But there's no place to say put this in. We tried everything we could think of. We couldn't figure out how to save that ring. So it's still not ringing with any tone at all. Any ideas?
Well, as soon as you select it to test it, that's it. That is it's the ringtone. It doesn't, you have to, if you have a certain ringtone and you play a different ringtone just to hear it, then it's on that ringtone until you put it back or whatever. So it could be a volume issue. Easiest thing is remind me as soon as I get there, and I will take a look at it because I know how to run an iPhone pretty good.
Yeah, well, I can tell you they had sounds and all the choices of sounds so convoluted with other crap that we had a hard time. And I'm telling you, we're two fairly intelligent people. They did not make it easy. And we actually Googled haptic and all other things and how to get the sound to change, and it told us how to get them. We finally got into the sound menu, but even that was convoluted. And the last thing they wanted to do was give us ringtones. That accidentally popped up accidentally. We were looking for it, and we went all over the place, back and forth and up and down and sideways, and all of a sudden, ringtone came on the screen. And we went down, and I listened to the old phone, and that's what I want. And we tried to say, okay, and then Judy tried to call me, and it wouldn't ring. So we tried it 2 or 3 times. Every time we choose the ring, and it would ring perfectly in the phone. I could hear it in my phone when we'd call it up, and it rang beautifully. I said, that's the sound I want. And when you got a call in, it wouldn't ring.
Do you have the silent switch turned on the side of the phone?
The what thing?
I messed with that phone before, and the ringer on it is very, very weak. And you made me think of something, and now I've forgot what it was. Oh, my. Anyways, I'll fix it for you, Mike. Not to worry. We'll do the best we can. But what we need to do is just get you a new phone that everything works right on.
Well, I'm going in tomorrow. Matt isn't going in. They would not give us an appointment for tomorrow. They've skipped out on one appointment. I'm taking the email in that said, we will be here, and you should be here at 1:37 and 42 seconds. It actually labeled the seconds that we should be there listening for them to come on and work with us, and they never showed up. And so I'm taking that copy of that email in because Matt tried all day yesterday and last night to make appointments, and he could not get an appointment with Apple. So I'm just going in there, and I said, here's my appointment, guys, and if you don't like it, shove it up your ass.
All right, calm down now, young man. All right, I'll catch you later. I'll let you guys close things out. W6BBS.
Yeah, what did you say now, Aaron? Do I have something turned on?
Well, okay, first of all, there's a switch on, an actual manual hidden switch on the phone that can get bumped and turned off so you can't even see it, like if you drop the phone. Then you got to have the ringer in the ringer section the volume turned all the way up, and of course the right ringtone selected. And there's several places that it can be shut off.
Well, that's helpful. Where's the switch on the side that we should try to turn on? Let's listen. Aaron had a comment, but Aaron, go ahead.
Yeah, Frank jumped in there with the right info, but on the left-hand side of the phone, most of the iPhones right above the volume buttons, there's a little switch that has got to be in the right position. I mean, I almost always leave my phone in silent, but if that's in the wrong position, it's never going to make a sound. It's also entirely possible that you accidentally got the phone in Do Not Disturb. There's all kinds of stuff that would cause it not to make any noise.
We don't have that on. We've gone through all the normal stuff and the volume up and all the rest of that. I don't have a little switch. Let me get my phone out right now. I've got the phone in my hand. There is this a switch that's indented?
Well, because you have a case on, yeah, it would kind of be indented. It'd be right above the volume buttons on the left-hand side.
I got two buttons on the left-hand side near the upper part of the phone. One, and I'm sliding now to the second one, and then there's an indentation. Over.
Yeah, inside that indentation on your case, that's where the mute silent switch is.
I don't have a case. There's no case on this phone. I got a bare phone in my hand.
Oh, okay. Well, but there should be a little switch there.
Well, maybe I can't feel it, nor could I turn it on with anything. I don't even think I can get my fingernail on it.
Well, hand it to Judy and have her do it.
Okay. Well, we'll try that. Thanks. Well, let it go. Good night, guys. Why don't they tell you about this stuff when you Google all this crap and or get the tutorial from Apple and they don't tell you any of this stuff?
Well, technically, when you very first get the phone, there's a little pamphlet in the box that would tell you about that type of a feature.
Not if you're blind.
No, you'd have to have somebody else read it to you.
Isn't that handy? I just want a phone that I can call on and get calls and hear them. It's simple. I'm not asking for all the other crap that's on here. It's nice to take photographs and stuff, but I could just be happy with a flip phone. Okay, let it go. 7-3. We'll go raise hell with them in the morning at Apple. Good night for now. K6USY, W6BBS, K6MYC.
How many did you get tonight, Mike? I got 20 on the list.
Well, yeah, there's 20 with me. I hadn't put myself in there yet.
Yeah, I got you on the list. So, yeah, and I've been sitting here the whole time.
Yeah, no, you got everybody. It sounds like.
Oh, and I will. We won't do it tonight because Rob's not here. But I got someone that needs a new Bozo number. My wife got her technician, and we just got her vanity call sign today. And I was waiting for the vanity to go through, but we'll do that on Thursday when Rob's here.
Yeah. Or tomorrow. Rob will be here tomorrow.
Yeah, but tomorrow between the 2-meter net being busier and the 10-meter net, I was just going to wait till Thursday.
All Rob has to do is look at his sheet. He's got it right at his fingertip. Shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, but I'm going to make my wife get on the microphone and get it to herself.
Oh. You bastard, you.
I'm going to make her use that license.
Okay. I'm laughing, and I'm trying to choke down the last of my hamburger here. I made it blast the whole net. All right, Aaron, thanks, and we'll see you tomorrow. K6MYC, good night.
Yeah, good night, Mike. K6USY DMO6. Good night, Frank.
Good night, Frank.
He up and disappeared.
Well,
he's taking a leak.
Yeah.
Alrighty, good night to the people on YouTube. K6USY DMO6.